10 unbelievable things that actually came out of Kanye West's mouth. There is no celebrity that can shock, amaze, entertain, bewilder, and infuriate quite like Kanye West. No matter what your stance on the rapper is, there is no denying that he is one of the biggest personalities on the planet. He's definitely not one to shy away from the spotlight. He is more famous for his astonishing ego and unbelievable quotes than he is for his music, and he is never far away from the headlines for very long. Of course, this is exactly what he wants. They say there's no such thing as bad publicity, and here are 10 times Kanye put that saying to the test. 10. I don't even listen to rap. My apartment is too nice to listen to rap in. Kanye West will claim that he is the best rapper on the planet, but would still separate himself from the entire genre and put it down by stating that he does not listen to any other artists. This is furthered by claiming that his apartment is too nice for him to listen to rap in, suggesting that he feels that rap music is dirty and not appropriate for those that have wealth. Not only does he disrespect and separate himself from a genre that he is a part of, he then claims that there are certain conditions where the music can and can't be listened to. This disconnects millions of listeners and creates further divides within the music industry. 9. By not giving my album a classic rating, you diminish your magazine's credibility. And that's real. After not receiving 5 stars out of 5 from Vibe magazine, Kanye West was clearly furious and stated that the magazine's credibility would diminish because of it. Artists cannot get hung up on each and every different review, as this would drive them mad. As a creative person, you cannot and shouldn't try to please everyone. 4 out of 5 stars is still a fantastic review, so to be angry about it comes across as slightly immature and petulant. The scoring is not likely to diminish the magazine's credibility, but narcissistic quotes such as this are a quick way for Kanye to lose fans and diminish his own credibility. He would say a similar thing to The Guardian in 2005, when he claimed that any magazine that doesn't give the college dropout a perfect score is lowering the integrity of the magazine. 8. George Bush doesn't care about black people. Just days after Hurricane Katrina struck, Kanye West and Mike Myers appeared before millions on a live telethon to help raise money for relief efforts. The rapper would decide to go off the teleprompter and deliver his own scathing and shocking message, ending with the statement that George Bush doesn't care about black people. Mike Myers stands stunned and dumbfounded next to West as the show's producer quickly moves on to the next presenter. This sparked a national debate surrounding the White House's response to the disaster. George Bush would later state that it would be one of the low points of his presidency, and that it was a disgusting moment. 7. I am God's vessel. But my greatest pain in life is that I will never be able to see myself perform live. There is something unsettling about Kanye's claim to be God's vessel, and it is these bizarre and outlandish claims that make him a much-loathed figure by many people all around the world. He would go on to state that his biggest pain is that he will never be able to see himself perform live, which is remarkably arrogant and narcissistic. Whether you are a fan of Kanye West or not, there is no denying that he does put on an excellent show. They will often unpredictable and eventful. He drew a gigantic crowd at the Glastonbury Festival in June. Although it was a controversial choice, it was generally well received by those at the festival and critics. 6. I feel like I'm too busy writing history to read it. Kanye West has often stated that he does not read books. This statement suggests that he thinks he is too important to brush up on world history and all the important events and developments that got the world to where it is today. He also often states that he is writing history, or that people will look back on him as some kind of prophet, which suggests delusions of grandeur. It is not quite clear to us how he is writing history, and he is perhaps not as pioneering as he thinks. He is a popular rap star, no doubt, but he is more famous for these outlandish statements. He's not exactly doing anything revolutionary outside of the entertainment industry. He provides entertainment to the world, but those who have actually written history have made incredible changes to the world. Kanye has not done anything more than many other musicians. 5. As a man I am flawed, but my music is perfect. For once it appeared that Kanye was being humble, after admitting that he was flawed as a man. But then he would but claiming perfection is incredibly egotistical, and not something that many would agree with. As it turns out, the flaws that he mentioned include making outlandish statements like this which infuriate and irritate many people, including his own fans, who would prefer he just let his music do the talking instead. 4. In my humble opinion, that's a prophetic statement. Gandhi would have said something like that. There is no denying that Kanye West is his own biggest fan. He also sees himself as much more than an entertainer. When asked about the song Everything I Am, West stated that the song could relate to a girl in high school, and that everything I'm not made me everything I am. He would then claim that it was a prophetic statement. Gandhi would have said something like that. The statement is certainly interesting, but even if Gandhi would say something like that, he wouldn't follow it up with such a self-congratulatory statement that diminishes the impact of what was just said. 3. I am the greatest living rock star on the planet. Kanye recently performed a headlining slot at Glastonbury Festival, and although he put on a good performance, it was also a hugely controversial choice. The festival organizer even received death threats once he was announced. Kanye would close the show claiming that he was the greatest living rock star on the planet. This understandably caused somewhat of a controversial reaction, and left many fans of rock music both baffled and infuriated. The likes of Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Paul McCartney, David Bowie, Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, Steven Tyler, Bruce Springsteen, Ozzy Osbourne, Eric Clapton, and Prince would all beg to differ. West was arguably not even the biggest rock star at the festival. With The Who headlining the following night, they would hilariously mock the rapper's outrageous claims. Many feel that Kanye is not even the best rapper on the planet, let alone the best of a genre he is not a part of. 2. I am a vessel, and God has chosen me to be the voice and the connector. Another reference to being God's vessel and a chosen one. Not only are these quotes ominous and foreboding, but also narcissistic. His music may have a profound impact on a number of avid fans, but he is an enormously polarizing figure, largely due to statements like this. Consequently, Many people oppose everything about him, or just simply ignore him. This is the opposite of what a connector would do, and another example of an idea that would be best kept to himself if he truly believes it. Kanye certainly knows how to make headlines and stay in the public eye, but more often than not it is for controversial statements such as this, which upset many. 1. One day the light will shine through, and one day people will understand everything I ever did. Although this quote is slightly unsettling and ominous, it is in fact much more extreme when put into context. At a festival appearance in England, West would state that I walk through the hotel, and a walk down the street, and people look at me like I'm fucking insane, like Hitler. One day the light will shine through, and one day people will understand everything I ever did. The audience was understandably somewhat disturbed by what they had heard, and a few boos rang out. This was perhaps one incident where Kanye had not properly thought about what he was saying before it came out of his mouth. It is an alarming quote on its own, and another one that suggests he sees himself as some kind of higher force to those around him. That's all. See you soon.